Welcome to my live. Today, we're going to be working with the Modern Flower Transfer on canvas. And I saw a really pretty wallpaper online that I really liked the look of, that I'm going to try to emulate in my live tonight on canvas. So just a pattern that will look really pretty hung on the wall that I want to try to do. Just real quick inviting my VIP group, if I can get it pulled up. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Let's see if that works. Okay, good. I think we're on. All right. Okay, so I was trying to pick one of the sides that has a lot of greenery and leafy areas, which I thought kind of was this corner here. So it's not going to be centered, and that's okay. And we're going to have some colors and color mixing that we're going to do. So let me real quick get the corner on where I want it. So we get sticky stuff sticking to each other here. Ugh. Going to give me a little bit of trouble. So this is what I suggest. Okay. So sometimes just to get it to not stick to my surface, I've got it on this cloth. That way it doesn't double up. Okay, so this is my section. I've got lots of different leaves and things that I can do different colors. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to have to be really super patient with it because we're going to have to work one area at a time. Let it dry, move on. So I think we will start with some eucalyptus. So the idea is to get a bunch of different colors in here, and I have about 7 colors. They're all like on the blues and green palette, except for I do have a kind of a peachy color for another area. So the idea is we're just going to go in and do one area at a time and take our time with it. And then we can kind of decide, once we get an area done, what else we need to do. Okay, this color is called Morning Sky. All right, let's flip this corner. I'm going to just fold it back and dry that with the dryer. We're going to do each section and go through doing some different colors. And then try to do, if we can do some repeats, we will. But we're going to try to balance it on both sides. I've never done anything like this before, so this should be interesting. Okay. Pull that back. Okay. Where's that? let's go this way. And we're going to dry that area real quick. Pull that back. Okay, so now we're going to keep going through these sections, doing a little bit each time. Each area. I want to shade this blue a little bit. A little bit gray. Making a huge mess here. Let's do that over here. Okay. just a bunch of different colors to do some different designs throughout the whole thing. If you're really worried about your chalk paste bleeding into another area, you can always washi tape it off if that makes you feel better. I'm not doing that. I just kind of wanted to go with the flow and see how it feels. No real plan. And then see how it goes. Which is fine. Can be done that way. Okay. Love that peacock color. That is pretty. All right, let's go this way. And we'll let that set there for a second. You see, we're really building some really pretty colors on here. We're trying to be as patient as we can in between each leaf or flower section, letting it dry so that we can go right into the next section and not worry about chalk paste drying in the transfer if we take too long. We're almost at the point where we go back through all the colors again in another area. So let's make sure your area is all sealed down here. Okay. A bunch of colors going on. Lots of squeegees everywhere. So we're just, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, I have a really pretty wallpaper pattern that I saw that I wanted to kind of emulate. So that's where this like madness all came from today. Let's do, that's fine. Yeah, I'm having little pops of color here and there. It'll look really pretty. Okay, before we let it dry too fast, do another. We're going to do a dark squeegee. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Okay. That's good there. I think we have another little one up here we can do. A couple of those up here. That's good. Now let's move on to this color up here. Okay. All right, let's let this section dry again. Real quick. As soon as I clean my hands. All right, we're going to lift it this way and let this area dry. Okay. I've got it on full setting, so we don't get things too hot. Let's give it a second to breathe and dry before we move on. A little bit more here. Much better. Okay. Let's pull that off. Where we had it, so we can finish our details here. All these little areas, just one. Okay. Okay, I've got another color that I want to mix quick, but let's go this way. I want that leaf dry for a second while we come up with this next color that we're doing. Okay, so I am going to make a tone of one of the greens that I have. Perfect. Okay. Let's put this down. That's good. All right. Now we've got a couple more places for a couple more things. There. Got this on the cool setting for over here near my transfer so that I don't make it melt. Okay. Back over. Okay. What do we get here? We are getting here. Okay, now we are going to make another color. Morning Sky and Eucalyptus to make another color. For one of these leaves, okay, now we've created this new color. That is nice. Yeah, that's a good color. Okay, and one of the other ones I wanted to try. Stir stick. Okay. Let's grab some of this. There we go, that's a good one. I don't know if that dried good enough. Okay. Even though I am making progress here, I just want to make sure everything's drying okay. I saw a couple smudges this way. I just want to get them before they dry. Okay, right, make sure that area is dry enough for me to move on. Okay. Yeah, with that. Moved it around a little. There we go. Okay. Don't be afraid to mix colors if you want to try to achieve something different. It's really fun. And you can always practice on a paper plate or something before you put it on your board or your canvas, whatever you're working with. And then when you need to throw some more of a color in somewhere that you feel like it's not balanced out, you can do that fairly easily without there being any issue. Okay, I need more of this one. So I think we'll make this last leaf more of a gold fawn color. Balance that out now. Let's see, we got a couple punches of color over here, which we can I think that's it. Alright, let's take this off and see where we are. Alright, so that is our finished product. That looks really good to me. I hope you enjoyed this experimenting that we just did. With this transfer in the water, and then we'll pour that tidying up here. So, some of the colors we used today were just blues and greens from right out of the jar. So we had Morning Sky. That one's here. We did Forget Me Not. It's a little bit brighter blue. We did it here. We mixed the two of those and with some others, and we did the Couture Teal on two of the flowers. We did Peacock on this flower. We did Couture Coral on the different berries throughout. We did Fawn on a couple areas of leaves. That's like our off-white cream color. I got peony out, but we didn't use it. We did eucalyptus both in some of the mixtures that we mixed together and on a couple of the leaves. I wanted Midnight Sky, but I didn't have enough in my jar, so I grabbed Liberty, and then I added grays and black to it and made Liberty a really dark, like midnight blue color. I also used some of the Green Envy and mixed it with gray to make a darker green, and then just Black and Storm to darken a color, or I added a little gray to kind of like make it not so strong of a color. So we did, that's 11 colors that we used to create this whole thing. But that was a lot of fun, and I used my Corel plate to mix those together, to mix some colors, and used a little bit of the Peacock in here with a little bit of eucalyptus, and we did some Liberty and then gray. I did the Green Envy here and added gray to it to kind of subdue it a little bit color-wise. And those mixtures turned out really cool. So I was glad that we did that. So that is our finished modern floral print. a la Beth's Classy Chalking version of it. I like how that turned out a lot. So, yeah, my advice is don't be afraid to play around with color. You'll be glad you did because it is definitely worth it for sure. All right, now I got to think of what else we're doing here. Okay, we have all right, let's move this out of the way to dry so we can move in our next thing. Haven't decided what I was going to do, did I? Well, maybe today's going to be a short video. So all of the stuff that we use is all water washable. So everything that we did today, I just get these little pans. Usually the glass ones are nice to have, but I mean, it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want. And you can always have Lysol wipes handy and just these stir sticks. They come in a pack of 24. I mean, you can go through a lot of these when you're doing a chalking session. And so I always just rinse them off and reuse them. I mean, it's up to you what you do, but same with squeegees and everything. It's just a matter of washing them off. Even your Lysol wipes, you can make one last a while, especially when you're just rinsing these things off. And then dump your water. They work great. So that's what I do anyway. I know there's probably people that throw these away, and I guess I'm just a miser here, saving everything. And you can never have too many squeegees, especially if you're doing something where you're mixing. I like having the different sizes too, like the mini squeegee. That's the mini squeegee, and then this multi-tool because it's got two different ends and it's really good for stirring. I love that thing. And then I took an old squeegee that had the bevel on the opposite side, like the long side instead of the short side, and I cut it into thirds to make some smaller ones. And I just love having those. Those are perfect. They're like having the multi-tool size, but just a little bit bigger. So that works really well. So, I got almost everything. Almost everything. So, that's how I clean anyway, these squeegees and stir sticks. And I wanted to show you too. Let me move this over. Another nice thing to have is one of these cookie or cake or pie cooling racks. Stick a towel under it, and I will put my transfers on here to dry. Sticky side up. I'll just let them air dry. Right now I'm going to stick these though on it to dry. Set that off screen. Okay, another thing, when you are working with big transfers, like the one that we have, sometimes whatever dish you have. Sometimes it doesn't fit. So what I did with this one is I took the non-sticky side, folded it, dumped it into the water. So you can get a lot of the chalk paste off of it doing this. Give it a good soak. You can open it up to like the dirtier side. And just with your hands, go over that. I also like to use the board eraser. So move this to the side and pull this out. Now my mat right here is like a non-stick mat, so I can work with part of this. So I have a board eraser. This one's pretty looked though. A board eraser, and you can go through and clean it that way. You can also take Clorox wipes, and once you've rinsed it really well, you can just in a circular motion go through each section cleaning. Now normally I will take this big thing to the sink, run it under cold water, work my fingers over every area between my fingers to get a lot of the chalk paste off of it before I start this process. Right now, because I'm live, I'm kind of cheating, but it's way easier once you've rinsed most of the chalk paste off. And then you can go through now this part. Let's pull this up and move it over. It'll let me. So yeah, you can do that, and that works really well. And I will probably run this under the sink, even though I've gotten a lot of the chalk paste off the front of it anyway. I'll run it through there to rinse it really good. When I'm done with this video, that's what I'm doing. And then I will lay it sticky side up on a cookie cooling rack to get it the rest of the way. So, and you can do both sides, just like we did the top of it, put it non-sticky side together, and then you can clean this off the same thing. I'm going to run it under cold water, rinse it really good, and then lay it to dry on the cookie cooling rack, and that is all there is to that. So let me stick it back in this water for now and clean up my mess here. So that is it in a nutshell. And I think our project turned out very beautiful. So don't be afraid to try color. It's worth it. It's fun. You would enjoy it. Have a great night and have a great week this week. Safe, happy 4th of July celebrations with you and your family, and I will see you back here tomorrow night at 9. Don't forget, share this video and love it. so that your friends and family can see it too. Thank you. Have a great night. Bye now.